This video is brought to you by Just Cause 4. Strap into your wingsuit, equip your fully customizable grappling hook, and get ready to bring the thunder on December 4th. Why should I ride that fighter jet like a surfboard? Just cuz. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 craziest things you can do in Just Cause. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're highlighting and celebrating the finest in silly antics and over-the-top mayhem that players can undertake in these games. Be it as simple if unorthodox use of land vehicles or more complicated endeavors, each manages to be compellingly bizarre and astounding in their own way. Number 10. Car surfing. It's no secret that American operative Rico Rodriguez has an uncanny talent for latching onto and hijacking all manner of vehicles, as many a player has tested over the years. However, one might be surprised to discover that stunt positioning, a feature since the original game, reaches new heights in Just Cause 3. Previously, players could stand atop moving cars and stay firmly in place, even as they careen off into oncoming traffic or over cliffs. As of the third installment, however, Rico can now walk along the roofs of moving vehicles, all the while never faltering.
Hey, it's Rico! No one will ever believe this!
Number 9. Making sunflower art. Isn't nature wonderful? Those who have spent extended time exploring the Republic of Medici may have spotted a number of sunflower patches strewn about the island nation. What's not so apparent is that these simulated sunflowers can be flattened and manipulated by force. Thus, folks have opted to use cars or helicopters to create patterns from these fields of gold, visible in full only when seen from a significant height. The range of field artwork developed, from crass to complex, has been quite impressive and shows just how lively and detailed of a setting Medici is. Number 8. Rocket-Propelled Citizens. The third game, among its many introductions, gave players some new tools with which to go wild. One of the more standout new weapons was the GE-64 remote explosive device, which could be upgraded to include a rocket propulsion feature. Savvy players soon realized that since the GE-64 could be attached to people, some devious fun could be had. A common practice has been to tether wandering civilians to buildings, toss an explosive or two on them, and then let the rockets do their work. It really is something to watch in-game people spiral about, their fate sealed by the very device launching them into orbit. Number 7. Surf fighter jets. Coming back to the notion of surfing vehicles, Just Cause 2 had its fair share of truly exceptional opportunities for death-defying stunts. For instance, the game's many fighter jets could not only be grappled to by Rico, but actually surfed and eventually hijacked. It's thrilling to watch our hero never waver as he forcefully takes command of various military aircraft featured in Just Cause 2, even while hundreds or thousands of feet in the air. Given the enjoyable nature of mid-flight aircraft takeovers, it makes sense that the activity was expanded and refined as of the next game. Number 6. The bowling ball. With Rico Rodriguez's third outing came an expectation of experimentation among the player base, specifically with regards to using their wider range of tethering capabilities. The developer Avalanche Studios wisely catered to these interests with their Create Your Own Chaos interactive trailers, one of which demonstrated how to string various gas tanks together and force them to collide in a massive explosion. Doing this with the large spherical fuel tank is called the bowling ball, and it would find itself embraced and expanded in the time after the game's launch. Number 5. Grapple enemies to aircrafts. Sometimes guns are too simple and efficient for dispatching foes. That's why you need a more brutal, morbidly amusing method of digital slaughter. Thus, we have the grappler, and its nearly ceaseless capacity for carnage. This grappling hook device gained the ability to tether objects, or people, together in Just Cause 2, further boosting the potential for devastating results. Anyone in close contact with an aerial vehicle, therefore, could hypothetically tether hapless foes to said vessel and take off with bodies in tow. But we could never advocate for something so ruthless and excessive as a way to deal with video game enemies, right? Number 4. Ride a rubber duck. Jet skiing is fun and all, but wouldn't you rather evoke childhood whimsy and wonder in your choice of water-based vehicle? Well, it turns out that Just Cause 3 has that very particular preference taken care of, in the form of the rubber ducky. Hidden away in a couple of locations on Medici, this large yellow monstrosity can indeed be mounted and ridden across the water much like a jet ski. Peaking at a speed of about 34 knots, the rubber ducky seems intended more as a cute novelty than as a tactically viable resource. Still, it's a lovable addition. Number 3. Make statues facepalm.
It's showtime.
Dictators sure love their grand imposing statues. Among the many things that can be decimated in the Just Cause games are the various stone statues memorializing each installment's cruel villain of choice. Some folks might opt for more conventional means of tearing these tacky creations to pieces, but Avalanche offered an alternative way to both destroy them and mock a dictator in the process. In their Stop Hitting Yourself trailer, Rico managed to grapple onto a statue of Medici's ruler, Di Ravello, and tether the statue's arm to the face, causing it to essentially facepalm before crumbling. Number 2. Flinging cows. We wouldn't have guessed that cow tipping was a slippery slope leading to this. But oh well. As previously mentioned, tethering in Just Cause 3 was modified in a way that allowed for more extreme or elaborate means of utilizing it in the game world. Because natural curiosity and inclinations towards chaotic endeavors run rampant in these games, it soon came to light that cows were vulnerable to the same tether-based effects as people and objects. So it was that cow tossing became an impromptu pastime, requiring only distance and careful tether usage to send those poor bovine victims flying. Of course, there's also the option of tethering cows to vehicles in flight and flinging them that way. Number 1. Survive great heights on a pogo stick. Go ahead and jump, as they say. Anyone who has gone in search of Easter eggs and hidden surprises around Medici may have found themselves atop a high-rise building in Città di Ravello, where a pogo stick lays abandoned. This pogo stick, already eyebrow-raising due to its tendency to instantly detonate vehicles it lands on, grants its rider the ability to bounce to great heights. As it turns out, this also extends to surviving falls from great heights. Rico is unaffected should the player attempt to drop from the sky while riding the pogo stick, making for some incredible moments. This video is brought to you by Just Cause 4. Strap into your wingsuit, equip your fully customizable grappling hook, and get ready to bring the thunder on December 4th. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.